coming down with 1 mark to go. Tom King and Mark Turnbull out of Melbourne, set to claim Australia a very historic second gold medal on the same day. It happened in 1972, and today Australia is on its way to 2 gold medals on the same day in the same class of sailboat. So we've got Australia there on the right, starting to challenge the Americans. The Americans needed to win this race. The Australians no worse than 5th. If the Australians had been worse than 5th, the Americans would have taken gold. But the Australians now making sure that they stay in touch with the Americans here. It does appear that the Ukraine crew of Braslevets and Matvienko are doing very nicely on this downwind leg, but it doesn't matter because this is the race between Australia and the USA for the gold medal. And on accumulated points, the Australians wearing the gold jerseys, indicating that they were the series leaders after 10 races going into this final race, are doing everything that is asked of them. The breeze is getting lighter, but still there's enough wind here to propel them to the finishing line. Braslevets and Matvienko from Ukraine, looking as though in distance to be sailed to the mark, are leading. Not going to be much to it. We've had a massive wind shift on the course. We've just had the report there has been a big wind shift, about 70 degrees, but that shouldn't change the position for the Australians. It shouldn't bring other boats into contention coming towards a finish. It's down to half the strength it was a short while ago. So as these storm clouds start to build from the west, there's been a big wind change here. So there will be some anxious moments building. Just 1 leg to go to the finish. We won't know until we get towards the bottom mark what impact it's had on the race. But Mother Nature starting to deal a hand here as we come towards the bottom mark here on this course. Now the crew from the Ukraine jibing here. The Ukraine crew coming across. They'll go behind Australia, it would appear. Australia jibing now. It looks like the breeze has gone back more towards the north than it was. But looking at that picture, the Australians are still safe despite the wind change, the change in wind direction and strength. So Forster and Merrick from the USA are leading the race. That's the bottom mark. They need to go around before going to the finish. They will leave that in an anti-clockwise direction. We can just hope now that the wind doesn't disappear, doesn't evaporate completely. Conditions on the harbour have been terribly frustrating for this regatta. America coming around the last turn. Where is Australia? They should be in second place from what we saw. And quite amazingly, it was 17 years ago yesterday that Australia won the America's Cup in one of our greatest ever sporting victories, and history in sailing again today. This will give Australia its greatest ever result in Olympic sailing. This will be our 3rd medal in this regatta. We still have a chance of 2 more to come in the remaining days. The Australians jibing ahead of Braslevets and Matvienko from Ukraine. Spinnaker still up. Round they come. Very tight for the Spinnaker here. We might even have to see the Spinnaker come down. They may not be able to carry it to the finish, but the American crew are showing that they can. So this is the race to the finish for the Americans. This will give them the silver medal. They're smiling. They know they've got an Olympic silver. That will go with Forster's silver from 1992 in the Flying Dutchman class. He has a pair. So USA going in to claim the silver in the finishing sequence. Still a little way to go here. There's the finishing line. First place in the race to America and the silver medal to them in this regatta. Paul Forster and Bob Merrick. But the big result is about to come. We look for the Australians, Tom King and Mark Turnbull, to make history for Australia, to claim our gold medal, a second gold medal on the day. That's the finishing line. The breeze has kicked in. Here are the Australians. Here are King and Turnbull coming into the finishing line to claim gold for Australia in the men's 470 class. What a great result. They're starting to smile. They're starting to relax. They're shaking hands already. Gold for Australia in the men's 470 class. Our second gold medal on the day. We've just taken it in the women's 470. What a result. Brushcutters Bay will go crazy tonight. Are those boys happy? A gold medal. The comeback kings have scored gold for Australia in the men's 470 class. What a great result. All the spectators going crazy. The Australians are absolutely over the moon. A fantastic result. Just as the breeze starts to die, the Australians come home with a gold medal. And now we've got a gold medal for the women in the men's 470 class. And we have a gold for Australia. Is that joy or what? Gold, Australia. They congratulate the Americans on taking the silver. Three years of hard work has brought them from the bottom to the top in this class. Gold medal to Australia. What a result. They've climbed from being absolutely out of the hunt in Atlanta. Tom King was 23rd just 4 years ago in the Olympics, and here's a gold. And the bronze medal, we believe, on the current calculations, will go to this crew from Great Britain over Argentina. Rogers and Glanfield will take the bronze. A fantastic result in what's been a good regatta also for Great Britain. They've come from being fourth on points prior to this race to take the bronze. But it's Australia's day on Sydney Harbour, the world's greatest harbour.